Welcome to the hands-on section of the for the functions of the standard I/O library. This is the first example that I showed you that uses the fgets and put character functions. This is a two-in-one example over here. Exact same code from the slides. I changed nothing. This is the one in which we use the function called reverse, which is a recursive function. So let me run this as is. And so I think the input that we demoed in the slides was this string, characters and strings. Enter. And the line printed backwards is characters and strings if you read it from the right to the left. Okay. Now just to demonstrate that this actually is a recursive function call, let me put a breakpoint over here. And let me run this again, and let me use a slightly shorter string this time. Shorter example. So because each character is going to add another recursive function call, so I don't want to make it too deep. But we're going to look at the function call stack here in the right window as we do that. So let me hit enter. Okay, and the output, nothing yet. Okay, let me hit the F10 key to execute this printf statement. The line printed backward is, and now we make our call to the reverse function, and I'm going to step into that with F11. Keep an eye out on the function call stack. Also keep an eye out on the argument that is being passed to each call to the reverse function. Okay, so initially we're passing it the entire string sentence, which contains shorter space ex, what I typed in, followed by a new line character. All right. So F11, we step into reverse, the reverse function. See that here on the function call stack. F11. So the first character of the string pointed at by the string pointer received by reverse as argument is not a null character. So we know the if condition is going to be false. We jump into the else block, and over here we have the first recursive call to function reverse, and we give it as argument the location of character number one, not the 0th, but the first character of the string, meaning it will now point to the H, hotter space X. The S has been skipped because reverse will take care of the rest of the string, and after it does, we print out the first character. Okay, so let me hit F11. Look at the function call stack. We're now too deep into the reverse function calls. F11, F11, another call to reverse, and take a look here at the string pointer, at the character pointer S pointer. The string that it's pointing to is becoming shorter and shorter with each call to reverse. F11, F11, another recursive call to reverse, and look at the function call stack. We're now 4 deep. F11, 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 5 deep, F11, 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 6 deep, F11, 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 7 deep. And look how much of the string we have left, R space EX. F11, 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 F11. I can't even count anymore how deep, how tall the call stack function is at this point. Of the string, we have only the letter E, X, and the new line characters left. And now we start coming out. Look at the call stack, become smaller and smaller. Meanwhile, let's look at what's been printed out, and we finish, and that's it. That's the reversed string over here. Okay, the other examples are nowhere near as interesting as this one, because this one was using recursion. It's always a little more interesting, I think. Let's now look at the other example that we had that used the get character and puts function, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna hit F5. Okay, enter a line of text, and I think we used the one where we used this is a test full stop. This is a test. It's reproduced over here, and we read in each character one at a time, put it into the character array sentence. Let me see if we can make that interesting by setting a breakpoint, actually not on the while loop. Let me put it before the while loop on this statement over here in the put statement. Run that and hit F10, F10. Okay, let me enter a line of text. HELLO, just hello, full stop. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna hit F10, F10. So the value of C is 72. Not sure what character that evaluates to. Yeah, here we just put it in sentence. That's the H, capital H. F10, F10, F10. Just read in the lowercase e. Keep an eye out on that as I skip through this. L, L, O, and now we come to the full stop, I think. Yeah, full stop. And let's see what happens now. I hit a new line character after that, and I go up into the while loop. The character read in now will be a new line character, so that makes the while condition false. That gets us out of the while loop. There you go. And just to terminate the string, we have to add a null character. There you go. And see a neat and clean hello in character array sentence. And then we just print that out with the puts function, and we're done. Okay, next example. Using the sprintf function, or in our case, the sprintf function, or in our case, the sprintf underscore s function, because we're using Visual Studio. Okay, we run that. Nothing much interesting over here. So enter an integer and double, and I'm just going to enter, let's say the same values, 298 and 87.38. There you go, 298, 87.38. I'll try this once again with something different. 110 space 3.14 start of pi, and there you go, 110 3.14. Okay, and I think that gets us to the last example using the scanf underscore s function. Again, Visual Studio. I'll run that. There's no input for us to give. You can see over here we had 31,298 space 87.375 over here, and that's what we end up reading into integer x, double precision floating point number y. just to demonstrate that's actually what's happening. We put in some different numbers over here. I don't know, 22.7654. There you go. Try that. And there you go. 11,023, 22.765. So because it's being printed, the second floating point number is being printed out with 3 digits after the decimal point.